the guardian of the empty table. The air into Rusty Anchor was thick with the smell of fried fish and old secrets. Every day at 2 p.m., when the restaurant was at its loudest, the ghost arrived. He was a man in a tattered gray coat, hair matted with dust. He would slide into a corner chair, eat a plate of steaming rice and lentils, and vanish into the crowd without paying a single cent. Ray, a frequent customer with a cold heart and a sharp suit, watched this daily theft with growing anger. Finally, he cornered the owner, Elias. "Are you blind, Elias?" Ray hissed. "That rat is stealing from you every single day. Why do you let him walk?" Elias wiped a glass, his eyes calm. "I let him walk because he is my most honest partner. You see, he prays for this place to be so full that he remains invisible. He needs me to be successful so he can survive. My profit is born from his hunger." Ray sneered. "That's poetic nonsense. One day, your kindness will get you killed." The stormy night. A week later, a violent storm hit the town. The streets were flooded, and for the first time in years, the Rusty Anchor was empty. No crowd, no noise, just the sound of rain drumming on the roof. Elias was closing up when the door creaked open. It wasn't the beggar. 3 men in leather jackets walked in, their faces hidden by helmets. One pulled out a jagged knife, the other held a heavy iron rod. "Empty the safe, old man," the leader growled. "No crowd to save you tonight." Elias backed away, his heart hammering against his ribs. He was alone. The street was deserted. Just as the leader lunged across the counter, a cold voice rang out from the darkest corner of the room. "He isn't alone." The 3 men froze. From the shadows of the back booth, the beggar stood up, but he didn't look like a beggar anymore. His back was straight and his eyes glinted like sharpened steel. In his hand, he held a heavy kitchen cleaver he had quietly picked up from a side table. The robbers laughed. "Get lost, old man. You're a skeleton." The beggar stepped into the light. "I have spent years praying for this shop to be crowded, but tonight I prayed for it to be empty, because tonight I don't need to hide. Tonight I pay my bill." Before the robbers could react, the beggar moved with the speed of a professional soldier. Within seconds, the man with the rod was on the floor, and the leader was pinned against the wall with a blade at his throat. The robbers, terrified by the beggar's sudden ferocity, scrambled out into the rain, leaving their weapons behind. The final revelation. Elias stood shaking behind the counter. Who are you?" The man placed the cleaver down and adjusted his tattered coat. The terrifying fire in his eyes faded back into the look of a tired old man. "Years ago, I was a man of power, Elias. I did bad things. I lost everything and ended up on the streets. You were the only one who didn't look at me with disgust. You gave me a seat. You gave me dignity." He walked toward the door. "You thought my prayers brought you customers. No, my presence kept the wolves away. They knew I was watching." As he stepped out into the dark, Elias realized the ultimate truth. The beggar hadn't been eating for free. He had been the restaurant's unpaid bodyguard all along. Lessons. Invisible support. The person you think you are helping might be the one protecting you in ways you cannot see. True gratitude. Mercy is a seed. When you show mercy to someone, it grows into a shield that protects you when you are most vulnerable.